Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy, BigAL Bettor, as always, joined by MattyBets. Matt, how are you doing this fine evening?
Doing good, just talking about a little golf, you and me, just working on our
Yeah, yeah,
game a little
yeah.
bit. It's
We're
about to get
getting
to
close
that.
to that season.
Yeah, it's close to that season where football's wrapping up. You kind of want to do stuff that you enjoy in the off season. So we got, golf planned and stuff like that. Just trying to work on that game. But, we're here. We're talking football. I couldn't be happier. Divisional round of the playoffs. I'm excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, this is the last video for the divisional round games. We got the Bills taking on the Ravens. Bills are at home. They're plus 1.5. They are dogs at home, which is crazy to me. The over-under set at 51.5, which is fairly high. What else do we have to say about this matchup? Bills obviously been a wagon all year. What, 3 losses, right, Matt?
Yep, 3.
Ravens, I believe, had 5.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm
11,
wrong. It's
11
5
and
or
5.
6. I believe it was 5. They haven't lost a game since a long time ago. So the Ravens are dialed in, taking on the Bills. The Ravens have been hot. They destroyed the Steelers. They won by 14. Matt, what do you see from this game? How do you see this game going? And what is your lean on the over, under, and the spread? Obviously, before I toss it to you, even though I just did, we also have both MVP candidates. This is a massive game. With two just great teams. It's like whichever team loses here, it's going to be sad because you want to see whichever one of these teams wins taking on the Chiefs in the next round. Provided the Chiefs win. We don't know that they will, but you get it.
Yeah. No, like you said, it's definitely the MVP matchup. That's what we have here. It's the MVP Bowl. And just to kind of see, the one thing I will say about this is like, yeah, it's the MVP game, but it's also more so than that because it's not just like, oh, the stat line at the end of the game, whichever quarterback played better, that's who's going to win this game. Like, that's not, like, I'd love to say that's how it's going to be in this game. It's not. It's going to be about the running backs, in my opinion, because you have Derrick Henry and you have James Cook. James Cook has been on a heater, and Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. He's the king. Like, that's just he breaks you down to the fourth quarter and then does whatever he wants. And that's just, we've seen it time and time again, and it's like he's beat Father Time. He's an old running back, and he's still doing
31, I believe.
like putting up stat lines like Saquon Barkley, who's way younger. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just he's just a different person. He's an alien. He's not human. He's just built different. So I don't think it's going to be more so the quarterbacks. I mean, it'll be the quarterbacks, obviously. That's what we always talk about. That's why the MVP always goes to a quarterback. I wish it wasn't the case, but the quarterback is the most valuable player on the team. But in this game, I mean, you're going to give me Josh Allen in the playoffs. You're going to give me a point because over on BetMGM on the book that I'm using for this video, it is a point. It's not a point and a
Okay.
half. You're just getting the point. I do think it's disrespectful to have the Ravens as the favorite in this game just because we know the history and the rapport that Josh Allen plays very, very well in the playoffs unless he's playing against the Chiefs. So, with that being said, I'm taking the Bills at home. This game's it's going to be 20 degrees. Obviously, both these teams, they know how to play in the cold. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Bills here, the home field advantage. There's a 30% chance that it's going to snow on Sunday night. So we'll see
Ooh, that'd be
if it
fun.
actually does. But I
Sure.
mean, dude, we saw Josh Allen already play in snow this year, and he looked freaking awesome. So give me Josh Allen here. I do think Josh Allen is gonna win this game. It'll be because of him because he has less weapons than Lamar does, and at least less bigger known weapons. So give me Josh Allen here in the Bills. I am going to be on the under in this game, though, just because of that chance of snow, and also the fact that it is 51 points. It's a lot of points. I think it might kind of go off to a low start. It'll just be kind of back and forth, some field goals here and there. But I don't think we're really going to get that big bump of excitement until the second half, maybe like the fourth quarter, where you'll have Derrick Henry rip a big one, and then you'll have Josh Allen go all the way down the field and answer, and it'll kind of just be this back and forth game. But I mean, I see the Bills winning this game, and if they lose by one, we push, so we'll take that. But in the high stakes, I'm definitely going Josh Allen at home. Like, he just doesn't lose at home. That's just not what
Okay.
he does. Yeah, I want to say I'm pretty sure that they're undefeated. I mean, they've only lost like 2 or 3 games, but
I think you are right.
Josh Allen's undefeated at home. I'm going to take him at home. I know that they played against the Ravens and got smoked by them, and the Ravens looked really
Yep.
good in that game. That was in Baltimore, and it was also regular season. Playoff Josh is a different story, a different animal, a different beast, and Lamar's a little different in the playoffs too. We've seen that. So we'll see which Lamar we get, if we get the good playoff Lamar or if we get the choking Lamar, the choking hazard Lamar Jackson this week in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, no, you referenced that game they played week 5. I was actually visiting you in Arizona that week, but the Ravens were in the 30s. The Bills only had 10 points. and Mitch Trubisky actually played in that game because he has stat lines from that game. So Josh, they pulled Josh because of how bad that game was. But I am exactly with you. I have the +1.5, and I'm on the under. I didn't know about the weather situation until you told me. Not that that would really affect too much. Like if these teams are get hot and score, they're going to score. But personally, I just think the Ravens are the best run defense in the whole league. So it's going to be tough for the Bills, Josh Allen, or James Cook to run the ball too much. They're still going to get yards because they're incredible players, but they're not going to be able to run the ball as much. The Ravens love to run the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how that matchup plays out. But I think each possession is going to matter more. It is the playoffs, so I don't see the scores being as high. You and I were both on a lot of the overs last week. They all didn't hit. It was a lot of unders. So what does scare me is this game could just become like the Bills Lions game was, which is just insanely high scoring, or the Rams Bills game was insanely high scoring. Um, but I'm just going to trust the high number, take the under. That's my take on that. And then, you're going to give me points with Josh Allen. I know they got beat earlier in the season, but that was a long time ago. They're at home. It's going to be cold. It might snow. And you've got the Bills who have been on the warpath all year. You're going to give me plus points at home. It feels like a trap. I told you this last night when we were just chatting off camera, but it's like throughout the season, I've been saying, what does the book want me to do? And I want to try to okey doke the book because I think they're trying to bait people. And I think they are trying to bait people with making the Bills +1.5, but I'm just going to trust Josh Allen and trust what we've seen. Bills on the season, 52.5 points, them and their opponents on average per game, and the Ravens 51.7. So we're right on that line. They both have been over this all year long. But I like the under just because I think there are going to be more possessions that matter. Also, another little nugget. Derrick Henry, I had a ticket for him at the beginning of the year to be the leader in the league in rushing touchdowns, and it's not going to cash. I think I push on it because he tied with another running back, and the running back he tied with for leading the league in rushing touchdowns is James Cook. So you do have two good running backs, and this matchup should be very, very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a great game, I think. We'll just see if it is, like you said, a shootout or if it's more so, defense driven as opposed to, an
Right.
offensive just downpour of points and touchdowns. And if it is, we're going to make a lot of money because, I mean, we make our own bets too, the ones that we don't talk about on the show. We have, a set schedule and, kind of like a schedule for each video that we do, especially the prime times. You guys know we do the 4 picks, give the points, the spread, the point totals, and then we also give our touchdown scores. For me, I like to go in. I like to make a bunch of touchdown score parlays. That's just what I do. Just take 3 or 4. It juices it up a ton. You can get like +2,000, +3,000. Some of them I've made go up
8,000.
to 8,000 on 5 touchdown scores, and it's like it's hard to make those things hit. Like obviously it's a long shot. We know this. I don't normally put a ton of money on it. It's normally like a fourth of a unit to a half a unit depending on how many picks. But it's definitely fun. You can make a lot of money doing it that way. But just letting you guys know, if this is a lot of points in this game, I will be making out like mad. So. But that's all we got for that, right? For the spread, the
Yep,
over
that's
under.
it.
All right, 4 pick parlay.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why don't you tell me what you have since I went first in the last vid?
All right, sounds good to me. First off, we're going Lamar Jackson 50 plus rushing yards.
Ooh.
I mean, this is the MVP battle. I think they're both going to be running a lot in this game. I don't think it's just going to be the running backs. I think it'll also be the quarterbacks. Give me Lamar at 50 plus. We're going Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Josh Allen, like we said, they've been on a warpath since they lost to the Ravens. I don't think that stops here. So Josh Allen to throw 2 of them. Then we got James Cook, 100 plus rushing and receiving. I don't normally go triple digits with my rushing and receiving for running backs. It's usually a little too high for me. But James Cook, he's proven, he's tried and true. That's what he does. He runs the ball really well. Josh Allen loves to throw it to him too. So give me that guy right there. Then last but not least, we're doing Derrick Henry. Get this one, 50 plus rushing yards. That's it. Parlay pays out plus 875.
That leg has to be -500.
No. I can do you better than minus
Minus
500.
600.
Minus 2,500.
Holy
Minus
flood.
2,500, and we still have the
Yeah.
plus 875 on the parlay. That's
Sure.
what we're
Sure.
talking about here. We got plus money on the Lamar Jackson 50 plus rushing. We got plus 200 on James Cook, 100 plus rushing and receiving. We got, I think it was a little like even money there at Josh
Trade
Allen.
money.
And then we were already at like the plus 700, and I was like, well, I want a guaranteed pick on this thing that's going to juice it up a little bit more to make it that sweet spot anywhere from 800 to 900, which is kind of where we've been all year for these 4 picks. And I saw Derrick Henry at 50 plus. I was like, there's no world in which he doesn't get 50 plus. And I mean, the book knows that too. And I was like, it's minus 2,500 though. This thing might just cut my parlay in half. It didn't. Still added a little bit to it. I said, hey, let's roll, let's ride, baby.
Okay, well that's right.
That's the
Okay,
biggest. That is
plus
the
875.
biggest minus that I think either of us have taken in a parlay all year.
Yeah, I don't
Just
think
to
I've
be
thrown
sure.
many minus 2,500s in my parlays, but hey, you never know. Maybe I did back at week 2 or something. I don't think so though. All right, I'll hop into mine. I don't really have much to say about yours. Lamar 50 plus is a touch more than I like to take him
I knew
for,
you'd say
but the
that.
rest of them, and then James Cook 100 plus R&R. I mean, all he needs is a good screen pass that goes, or we've also seen him go get out in the flat and he goes and runs a 20-yard route and Josh finds him. So if he has one or two of those plus 50, 60 yards rushing, you're looking real nice. So um, it's not the easiest leg to hit, but I don't hate it, if that makes sense.
No, I get you. Like you said, the Ravens have a great running defense, so I think
Right.
it will be more so receiving than it is rushing, and that's why you're getting the
Right.
plus money on him. But I mean, he's integral to that team. He's like the number one offensive player besides Josh Allen.
Right. I think he was a 1,200-yard rusher this year. They're still going to run the ball to try to keep Baltimore honest. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, they're the best run defense. Let's not run the ball.
Yeah.
They're still going to run it. So he's going to get at least 40 yards on the ground probably. And then, yeah, any catches will just add to that. So, all right, let me hop into mine. Mine is a touch more than yours. It's a plus
Classic.
950. Plus 950. It's not a lot more, just a little bit. So I have Derrick Henry, 110 plus rushing yards. It's
Lord.
where he finally gets to plus money. So it's a little more than I was gonna take it for 100, but 110 juiced it. So I was like, give me that. Then I got Lamar, 40 plus rushing. He did that last week. He's done it all but 3 weeks on the season. So give me that again. I got Josh Allen for 25 plus rushing yards. He was able to hit this number the first time these two teams played, and it's Josh Allen. And if Lamar's running all over the place, I think Josh will too. And then I got Isaiah Likely, 40 plus receiving yards. He had 29 the first time these teams played, but he had 4 catches. So I expect him to still have a big role. And he also led the team in receiving yards last week against the Steelers. So I like Likely here, especially if Zay Flowers doesn't play. If Zay plays, I still like Likely. He's a big fella that gets open. So that thing pays plus 950. And I will say, to just wrap up on the Derrick Henry thing, 110 plus. His first, I remember it was the second play of the game when I was there with you in Arizona. I was a couple hard Mountain Dews in, but I still remember it. Second play of the game, they hand the ball to Derrick Henry, and he ripped off a 60-something yard run for a touchdown. So if he has one of those, all he needs is 50 yards to complete this 110 plus. I feel great about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same conversation we've had with Saquon, where it's like they're just the type of guys where it's like they make one guy miss and they're gone. It's like it doesn't matter who's close to him. It doesn't matter if you're faster than him. You're not going to be able to catch up to him and tackle him. They just have that home run hit ability, which yeah, it makes it perfectly well and fine when they do hit one of those, especially early in the game. It's always better when it comes
Mm-hmm.
late because that's normally when it happens. But if it happens early, it's like okay, he's going to get one later too, so we can pretty much just check this off already. It's just a matter
Right.
of when it happens and then if it happens. Because we have seen him not have those type of plays every game, but for the most part,
Right.
you do see it more often than not.
Yeah, especially in the third and fourth quarters. I'm not saying he's going to rip a 65-yarder in the second play like he did last time, but you get it's colder temps. Nobody likes to tackle when it's that cold. So you get that defense a little soft. You get a safety, maybe makes a little business decision, just kind of dives at his legs, and then I missed him. And next, not that that's going to happen because it's a playoff game, but you get it. I mean, he was able to do that in kind of warmer temperatures back in October or end of September, whatever it was. Like I think he's going to be able to rip some big ones off with it being 20 degrees out and cold, and every hit hurts a little more.
hmm Well said.
So
All right, I'll tell you my touchdown scores if you want to know them.
I mean, I think the people want to know
The people better want to know them because we got some good ones this week. We got some good ones. All right,
him. Okay, okay, I got a
first
couple
off,
good ones as well. So
all
let's
right,
hear it.
first off, James Cook. We're getting plus money on him, plus 105. Love James
Okay.
Cook here. We already talked about him. Next, we're going Josh Allen.
Co-leader in the league. Co-leader
Yep.
in the league for
And then
touchdowns
Josh Allen
on the
here.
ground.
Like we said, it's the
Yep.
MVP game. It's the MVP bowl. It's the super MVP bowl, if you will. So let's
Okay.
go Josh Allen here at plus 110. He'll get a QB sneak, 12-yard run. That's just what he does when they're in the red zone. His first read is usually himself. So I like that a lot with Josh Allen. Then we're going Mark Andrews at plus 175. I know you just got done talking about likely, and you like likely a lot in this game. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
more likely that Mark Andrews gets a touchdown in this game than Isaiah Likely does. You see what I did there? I know you like that. I saw the little chuckle.
I
All
love
right.
that. I love
We got
that.
James Cook at 105, Josh Allen at plus 110, Mark Andrews at plus 175, and then our reach play. I threw this in after I looked at the temperature because
Okay.
temperature is going to be a little cold. It's going to be a little
It's
chilly.
gonna be a little chilly.
It's going to be 20 degrees is what the weather said. It's going to be 20. But it's in Buffalo, it's in New York, so I think it might be a little windy, which means that game's probably going to feel like 5 degrees. If that's the case,
Okay.
I love defenses in super cold games. We're going to take Buffalo defense here. I know it's a risky play because it's like, oh, it's Lamar, it's, Derrick Henry. Like, are they really going to turn the ball over? I don't think it'll be an
Yep.
interception. I think it'll be a fumble. And I'm going to try to call
Sure.
my shot here with this fumble. That's one of the guys is going to pick up, bring back to the house, touchdown Buffalo, gets the crowd on their feet, gets Bills Mafia excited, and that's the turning tide of this game to where Buffalo either runs away with it or they come back from a deficit that they were in. So, give me Buffalo
Okay.
defense there at plus 600.
Woo!
I painted a
That's a
little
big
picture
old
there.
number.
Yeah, it's a big number. Not as big
A
as our
big old
1100
number.
from the last video, though.
That's
If you
true.
guys haven't
That's
watched
true.
that video, go back and watch. We found a 1100 plus 1100 reach
We didn't.
touchdown.
Matt did.
Of course I
Matt
did.
found it.
I'm
I did
I'm
not.
good at this.
Digging through the lower end of that whole thing,
Yeah, the bottom of the barrel, if you will.
if you will, if you
Hmm.
will. All right. Yeah. No, I don't hate really any of those. It is heavy Buffalo.
Yeah, we got Mark Andrews in there though, so it's fine.
Okay. All right. Let me hop into mine. I got Derrick Henry at minus 220. He's the
Shocker.
king. He's gonna score. We know he's gonna be in the end zone, so it's not gonna pay a lot. It's gonna pay a little less than half your bet, but it's gonna cash. So like, we can't guarantee anything, but in my mind, like, I'm not losing that bet, so I'm gonna take that. I got Derrick Henry for 2 touchdowns. Also, that's at plus 240. Last time they played, he only had one, but it's colder. I expect him to run a lot, so I'm gonna lay the money for Derrick Henry at 2 touchdowns. That's plus 240. Then I got Mark Andrews at plus 170. Love that. Just like you like him. I get a little less odds, but it's Mark Andrews. He had a touchdown last week. He is the guy in the red zone. Likely got more catches. Andrews gets the touchdown. I love that. And then I got Dalton Kincaid at plus 265. I don't think he had a touchdown the first time these guys played, but Lamar's going to be looking for Mark Andrews in the red zone. When they get to the red zone, Josh Allen's going to be looking for Dalton Kincaid. So give me Dalton Kincaid at plus 265. I love that pick. And those are my 4 picks.
Nice, I like that. I do like the Kincaid pick there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy. I see him getting a touchdown for sure. I'm actually kind of like looking at mine now. Oh, that's right, because I went too heavy with the Buffalo. Yeah, I couldn't throw
Right.
another one in there. I wasn't going to give 5 or 6 touchdown picks. That's just not what we're doing here.
Sure.
We're trying to keep it honest, keep it straight to you guys, and we're not trying to flood your guys' book
And you
with
can
like
you can
6
throw
bets.
that in. You can throw that into the live stream on Friday night if you want.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be doing a live stream on Friday if you guys didn't know. What time did we say we're doing that thing?
Well, actually, we probably shouldn't even mention that because I don't think this. I think we'll be doing the live before this video's even live.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this comes out Saturday. Sorry, guys. If you guys haven't,
Yeah.
or if you guys missed it, if you guys didn't know, and you guys want to go and watch it, this will be coming out Saturday night. You guys will probably be seeing the Saturday night. You guys can go and watch the live stream. We'll
Go
have
back.
a couple cool bets that we're going to be doing. Al, last time we did a live stream on Friday for the last round of the playoffs, you had a bunch of weird random picks that you had that you liked. Just a lot of really weird ones. Do you remember one of them
Props.
off the top of
Props.
your head?
One of them was the race to 30 points for the Buffalo Bills that cashed.
Yep, exactly. So, and then he also had a race with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry to
And
get
Derrick
like
Henry, I had him
20
for 40
yards.
yards. That didn't hit, but 20 yards did hit. That was plus 320.
Yeah, so we're just going to be doing stuff like that, kind of screwing around a little bit, just having a good time. Hope you guys join us for it. And if you guys didn't, because obviously you guys might have, but when you're watching this video, if you guys want to, you guys can always go and look at the past live broadcast, maybe get a couple nice plays, nice little sneaky prop bets for this game, and also maybe the one before it too.
Well, I'm also mad. I don't sell the people short now. I also hit on my touchdown score parlay.
He did. Finally, his
I
first
did.
one of the year. I've only hit one too, so it was nice for you,
Plus
catch up.
3,000, plus 3,000, no big deal.
A little 30 extra bet. Not as good as my plus 80, but it is what it is.
Beggars can't be choosers, bro.
Exactly. He took all the favorites.
A win's
All
a
the
win.
favorites cashed. So that was awesome.
Well, not all the favorites because Terry McLaurin was my favorite. And
That's
Josh
not his
Jacobs
name.
was my favorite.
That's
And
not
they
his
both
name.
catch. Oh, Terry McScorin, my bad.
There we go. There we go. We're gonna change his name real quick. And Terry McLaurin.
Hmm.
At some point, we'll see
I thought that
this.
was for next season. I thought that was for next season.
Oh, it was, but we're gonna start it now. Why not? For the
Well, because
Commanders, I mean,
they might be dunzoed.
yeah. So it is the off season, and it's the next season for them. So,
Oh man.
but we'll see.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. We do appreciate it as always. Matt, you got anything to say to the fine people before we sign off here?
I don't. I got nothing to say.
Nothing. That's
Nothing.
crazy, guys. This guy talks all the time. It's hard for him to shut up. So the fact that he's speechless is quite the effect we've had on him tonight. So thank you guys again for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Enjoy the game. This is the final one of the week, and we will catch you guys Monday night for our live, or maybe Matt, we doing that Monday or Sunday night?
We haven't
Our
really
live
decided
recap of the
yet.
weekend. Probably Sunday night because this game is
Probably.
early.
Yeah. So it'd be Sunday night after the game. That's what we did last time.
All right, so we will see you guys Sunday night for our live stream recapping all the weekend's action and looking forward to the champs round. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in the next one.